And we are live, right on time, and I got the, I remembered like 60 seconds before the countdown needed to start that I needed to update the overlay link. So, yeah, really close to not having the countdown again, but I did get it figured out. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is June 14th. Who's all here? We've got Nice is here, PF's here, Jose's here, CB, Red5, Graith, Grant, Lisa, I think I said... Make RS Maple's here. What's going on, Nuno? Hi everyone. It's been a busy week. I've been working on a ton of things related to the 2.4, bringing things up to speed from last week. The things I've done is I did adjust. These are the extrusions with the Y linear rails. I was off by like I think a millimeter roughly on both of them, and so after last week's stream I did correct that. They're much closer now. I did also print out, I printed out the Nevermore Micro V6. Thank you, Alien, for letting me know there was a new version. I hadn't printed out the V5 yet, and this kit comes with the parts I need for it, but the print it forward doesn't come with Nevermore parts, so I had to print these out. I used the exact same colors as what these parts were printed in, and we have a couple options. So the if you go based off of what the FTLs show on the GitHub, it's all in one color, and then this is the accent color, so I think you basically wouldn't see it. This is how you would see it, just like that. Most of it's going to be hidden underneath the 2.4's bed. The only part that'll stick out is basically the mesh, the 90-degree mesh right in front of it. And so I'm not sure, like, to me, this is a little bit aggressive color-wise, this big, drastic, big black piece, big red piece when it's supposed to be an accent. But because this is the only part, that's going to be sticking out, I'm wondering if it would look cool having it red. So when we get closer to that point of actually installing it, maybe we'll vote on it. And I kind of feel indifferent. Either way, I think will look good. But I did get these printed out. Hey, what's up, Viking? Hunker's in the house. Tiago's here. Hey, Aaron's checking in from the couch. What's up, Dutch? I think I said hi, Phil, but if not, hi again. Are there going to be a giveaway? Yes, giveaway opens up in 1 hour and 27 minutes. And it's open for half an hour. So yeah, these printed out well. The only thing I'm not super happy about is if you look at the actual, I think I have autofocus on. Yeah, if you look at the actual mesh, it's kind of ugly. I don't think it's going to actually affect anything as far as this filter serving its purpose of, you know, sucking in air. But I might take it to the garage and quickly hit it with a hot air gun, or like I have the hot air wand thing, and just see if I can remove some of those little pieces. But other than that, it turned out nice. They were printed on the P1P right after last week's stream. So we've got this. I'm going to throw these back into the box. What else has happened? Oh, so totally random, but I started making cold brew. I'm trying, we've talked about this many a times, and we always talk about food or some sort of things you consume on this stream. And I'm trying to avoid sugars because my sugar levels are too high. And we went to Dutch Bros the other day, and I got their cold brew, and I got their plain cold brew. And it was like, this is actually not half bad, but when you go out and buy coffee, it's substantially more expensive, and you only have so many options. So I brewed a pretty big batch of cold brew, and it looks sweet, but it's not. It's really strong with just a tiny splash of French vanilla cream just to give it a little edge, or take off the edge a little bit. And I am stoked. So I have like I just got one of the cold brew pitchers that has the built-in mesh, because this was done in a big mason jar, which is kind of a pain to filter out the coffee grinds, or the grounds. But this stuff's awesome because it's no sugar, super strong. Every morning I've been having a glass, and like, you guys have seen me when I used to drink energy drinks on stream, like that ramp up. Man, cold brew hits hard. Like it really wakes me up. Not half bad means it's good. It's good. So yeah, I am pumped on cold brew. If you like cold coffee, I highly recommend trying it. It's essentially, for anyone that's not aware, we'll do like quick 60 seconds. Basically, it's the same kind of beans, so just standard coffee bean. It's not espresso, but you don't grind it down as fine, so it's a little bit coarser. I actually just ordered a couple bags of different cold brew pre-ground because we don't have a coffee bean grinder here yet. And then you soak it in just cold water, and it's anywhere between 12 to 24 hours, depending on sort of the acidity or how strong you want it. And then you remove all the grain, all of the coffee beans, and drink it. You can dilute it. I did add, I think I did 2 cups of coffee grain to 6 cups of water, and then I added an additional cup because of how aggressive it was after it was done. But it's awesome. I love it. Cold brew is awesome. So this is what I'll be having instead of sugar-free energy drinks or whatever other stuff I've been having. Just pretty excited about it because I never made it before, and like the first batch turned out awesome. So that's that. Before we do get to building, I had a question for, I feel like Maple would probably know this. So I have not ran input shaping on the V0.2. I've been printing on it a lot, just as is, doing quite a bit of testing. I mean, I've got nothing exciting, but like flow rate tests, pressure advance tests, tons of calibration cubes. And this is essentially what's in the V0.2 GitHub repository for ADXL mounts. There's like various types of them. And I usually use, if not CAN bus, just this little FISEC input shaper. And the thing I'm not fully understanding is I get how to mount this. Like I see that, maybe not. Yeah, so there are holes that align, whether it's this one or the other one I printed out. But I don't, like, this doesn't make sense as to how it's mounted to the mini stealth burner tool head. I've seen variants on printables where there's these little pegs that go into the screw holes for the like hot end holding screws on the V0.2, and that makes sense to me. But this doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand how, like, the design, I haven't seen anyone using these sort of mounts. So on the rear of it, interesting. Did you see the official release of the Voron? Are you talking about the 0.2 nice? I did. I'm actually, perfect timing because the Cyborg hot end crapped out on me, and it's now running a Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon hot end, which I have like 4 fully assembled ones, and it's printing great. So my V0.2, the Cyborg one, I switched out all the toolhead fans for GDS time instead of the no name because they were really loud and the RPM, or like they just weren't, I don't think, moving enough air. And the hot end went from their ceramic hot end that they included to now the X1 Carbon hot end is inside of it. Let's see, copy to for Bliss, don't know the freedom. No worries, I appreciate it. Okay, so it's above the carriage. Interesting. Isn't that not ideally where you want it? Because from what I've been told, the ADXL that's on the ADXL that's on CAN bus toolhead boards isn't very accurate because you want it to be as close to the nozzle as possible. So I was assuming it mounted lower. But yeah, if you don't mind posting a screenshot, that'd be awesome. I'll probably use that because something's better than nothing, and I just want to get at least the main baseline for things. I'm gonna probably do quite a few mods to it, so I don't really care that it's perfect. But yeah, just quickly looking at it, I'm like, I don't see how this goes. So I use a nozzle mount ADXL for Revos. Yeah, I ordered a nozzle mounted ADXL. I think it's no, not Profound. It starts with a P, the company that makes it, and I'm waiting on it. I ordered it like 3 months ago or something like that. Yeah, my hot end did die. Sorry, this mic is being weird. Oh, you know what? I forgot, on streams we normally have it on the outside because I don't need to hide it, and it sounds better. Yeah, my hot end did die. I got a lot more printing than you did out of it. I mean, not really exciting stuff. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 20 calibration cubes because I was testing things, some flow rate tests. And then I noticed a thermistor error in my in the fluid dashboard, and so I restarted everything. And then after that, I saw the filament kind of like spitting out. I'm like, okay, something's not right. And it was that the thermistor failed. So yeah, I ripped it out, and it was perfect timing because I think like 24 hours before the V0.2 R2 or R1, whatever it's called, was released, and I saw that HeartK released a Bamboo Lab hot end mount, and I'm so happy about that because they're solid hot ends. Awesome. Thank you, Maple. I will check that after the stream. I was like, someone, I was looking before this, was like, I don't have time. I did some quick, like, YouTubing to see if I could find anyone with a V0.2 running it, and I couldn't. And I was like, someone in the stream is going to know or has done it. Voron released an update to the V0. We'll look at this really quick, and then we'll move forward. I think I know most of the changes already in my head. There's like a different foot for at least the back left, so there's now a filament runout sensor baked into it. Let's see, here we go. So it's the R1 skirts. We fixed the issue where 34mm. Hey, Gary, thank you very much for the gifted membership. Hey, Nuno got it. I'm going to work on another mount for the V0 as well as the Nomi mount, so my V0 is headless but not faceless. Nice. That's awesome. So yeah, they fixed an issue with 34mm Z motors not fitting in the machine by increasing the height. So not a big change there. There's a filament runout sensor option for the rear right foot, which is pretty cool. I don't know that I'll use it, honestly. Like, I've talked about this quite a few times. I'm not big on filament runout sensors. Where am I? Hi, everybody. I'm not big on filament runout sensors. Like, I really like the orbiter one that's sort of baked into it. And I get it for really big printers, but for the V0, man, like, that's not the printer I'm going to where I'm concerned, do I have enough filament? So, but again, it's still a nice inclusion. I don't see anything wrong with that. Mini stealth printer direct. So yeah, the cooling was improved. I did see that. Ridga support for the bearing that comes stock with Ridga bearing has been added. So Ridga is I can't think of what the actual name means, but it's basically Bontech's new gear set, where instead of using a set screw to attach the gear that's on the large motor, or God, the gear that comes on the large bearing shaft is like, I don't know if it's, I think it's pressure fit or machined onto it. I'm not sure which one of the two, but it's the news. I have one actually somewhere. I bought it. Let me see. Let's just look at it. We're here for show and tell. I had to place an order for some parts from KB3D, and I saw that they had them, so I ordered one. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. We got BMG bearing stuff. So this is Fisex thumb screw assemblies, because I always lose those. There we go. So that's what it stands for. Reversed Integrated Drive Gear Assembly. Yeah, or RIDA for short. Or they called it Ridga, but yeah, RIDA. And so the key difference is you're no longer setting... So there's no longer a set screw on this gear. Normally you'd have to like align it. It's just baked in now. So, and I think it's just, oh wow, I don't know that it's pressure fit. Hey, nice. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Alien got one, Andre, Unscientifically, Dutch got one, and Midlife Chaos. Thank you, nice. Yeah, so maybe someone can tell me, looking at it from the top here, it actually looks like it is almost, the gear is machined into the shaft now, not press fit. I did watch a video, on this at one point, but it was probably a month or two ago, and I can't remember. So, but regardless, you're no longer setting it. It's set in place, and the reason for that, from what I saw, was that with the set screw setup, there's a chance, or either a chance or there is, that the gear is not exactly perfectly aligned with the shaft. Like, we're talking really, really microscopic amounts, but I can't remember. Someone's got to tell me his name. The guy that did all the testing on this. It's making me sad that I can't remember his name and his channel right now. Okay, it's One Piece. But yeah, he basically proved that it can cause issues, extrusion issues and quality issues. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little bit pricier, not by much. Mirage C, thank you. Yes, Mirage C is the one that did it. Sorry, Mirage, if you watch this. I like your content a lot. It's super, super deep dive, like really great. I'm terrible with names, so sorry. But yeah, if you have not seen it, he's absolutely awesome, and he covered sort of his testing with what was causing issues with the print quality, and he tried a bunch of different things, and then, you know, worked with Bontech to basically create this variant of it, and it's really rad. So yeah, so that's now an option with the bearings that it includes. They changed the cam locks up, so the cam locks are a hex design instead of the Voron logo, which I think was smart. The Voron logo looked really cool. Hey, I think, I don't think that was a gift. It's a, oh, thank you for becoming a member. The cam locks were the Voron logo before, which did look cool, but they weren't very strong. And unless you had like the super smoothest, like the most smooth tolerances on your cam lock parts, it didn't turn very well, and it was easy to damage the logo. So that's cool. I think the hex key, the hex pattern is going to make it much stronger and just more function versus form, which is good. Holy cow. PF, thank you very much for the 10 gifted memberships. I don't even know if I can catch, holy crap. I don't know if I'll be able to catch everybody that got one. A lot of people got gifted memberships from that. It looks like, thank you. It's too many for me to try to figure it out. The Voron logos look bad when the cams were unlocked though, and who locks a top hat? Yeah, I haven't locked mine. Part of the reason why I haven't locked mine is because it's kind of a pain in the butt, but also like, I'm a spaz. Like I need to see inside and move things around all the time. So yeah, I think it was cool in theory, but it just wasn't very practical. It's M5 for some reason, probably to make it, yeah, I don't know. I don't have actually a reason for why it's that. Thank you very much, PF. That's nuts. You guys are nuts. Thank you. Okay, let's quickly get through this and start building it. Oh, so the Z end stop mount was beefed up. I haven't noticed any issues with this, and I've been screwing around a lot with different hot ends, but apparently the V0.2, it has a bottom mounted Z end stop versus a top mounted. And I think that in some cases it wasn't rigid enough. And so what was happening was, because it uses that as your baseline when it's homing for the max distance, people were having it where their first layers weren't very consistent in some cases. I haven't noticed that issue at all, but again, there's nothing wrong with beefing up that so it doesn't happen. Yeah, so not a lot of changes. I mean, not a lot of like complete overhaul changes, but just really nice quality of life improvements. And the only things you would need differently are, it looks like a different collets, a micro switch for the filament run out, one more bearing, and a couple more screws. So nice stuff. And again, I saw that Heart K did add, you can see it right here, the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon hot end mount, which is rad. I've got a few of them, so. Okay. Let's kick some butt. The goal today is to get done with our gantry, all the Z belts, and possibly the AB belts. I would be very, very happy if we did that. So we will do our best. All right. Also, Delmar is driving around today doing work things, and he's been the person reminding me to check the supplemental build guide. So we are currently on page, where are we? The notifications are amazing, yet so distracting in my ear. Let's see. Okay, that's all X. A, B. Okay, so we are right, this is where we left off. So we're on page 89. The next time we're gonna need to reference it or remember something is on page 104. So I'm putting it out there right now. If anybody sees me get towards like page 100 or 104, yell at me to check the guide. It's not a big deal. It's basically just saying to use the black washers versus the gold because it looks nicer, but just try to remind me if you can. And maybe sometimes a lot of times with Aaron, I'll ask her to remind me things because saying it out loud like makes me remember it myself. So I might be good. I might not even need the reminder, but I'm always putting it out there right now. So that's funny. NordPass for Business. I use NordPass, and NordPass for Business is sponsoring a sponsored segment in a video. So I don't need the advertisement, but thank you. Okay, so moving on. Last week, again, we got these installed. Let me make sure we've got the bearings on the bottom, or we've got the T-nuts on the bottom. We do. I printed out the guide and then put a tag on the page where there are LDO additions. Oh, that is smart. Yeah, that is that it's a big brain move. I love physical, like I get like not wasting paper, I do, but there's certain things I love having physical copies of. So with Cyborg's V0.2, they included this, and it's quite literally just the electrical specific to the parts that they include in this little, it's not even really laminated, it's just in this plastic bag that fits the paper. I love this. I love this so much. I've used it tons of times during my build to quickly be like, oh, that's right, versus pulling things up. So I would love for companies to have, for whatever like board they have, just an overview wiring and then a pinout like on the back of it. This one doesn't have the pinout, but super, super handy. Like really small detail, right? I mean, you know, I don't know how much of ink and one paper costs, but it is very nice having at least that in a physical form when you're working on stuff. Do not set the goal too high, you're slow. Thanks, nice. I appreciate that. It's for Daniel in the community. I get a lot from these streams. Thank you, PF. You've been incredibly generous with supporting the streams. I really appreciate it. I printed out the guide and then put a tag on the pages where they're. I read that. FiSec seems to provide those a lot. I haven't built any FiSec kits, so I haven't experienced that, but that's good to know. Okay, so we're good with this. We're good with this. Here we go. There's our first thing. So, one other question I had, if anybody knows, it's built at 2.4. Quickly looking through things. So we have the, what are these? These are the idlers. And when we installed this screw that goes through the bearing stack, there is a, it essentially looks like an M5 nut trap down here, but I haven't seen anywhere it says to install a nut. So if I've screwed up, or if somebody is aware of when this happens, please let me know, because it feels off. I mean, if you tilt this way, the bolt falls out and I lose my bearing stack. So, but I have seen zero mention of an M5 nut going in there, so for now there's not, but okay, nut should definitely be there. Okay, it doesn't make sense not having it, right? I don't think I'm wrong in that it didn't show it though. Let's just quickly look to where I built those, because it feels so wrong. When did we do this? This was, okay. So here's where it was. We've got bolt going through, yep. So we did the stack thing, we squeezed the stacks, we put the bolt, or the screw out, and inserted the washer from the side. Yeah, there was never like showing this nut or mentioning it anywhere. Page 60, wait, 64. Oh! Okay, yep. Wow, there it is. Okay, so when we were at page 64, I was so focused on heat inserts, I completely skipped over that there's supposed to be M5 nuts. Thank you, and I'm super happy that I asked, because I scrolled back to where we first built the thing. I think page 65 was as far back as I went. I was like, cool, here's where we put it together, and never got there. Thank you. It just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, why is this not secure? Alrighty, we are doing things. Perfect. Let me grab. Okay. I saw this in the past stream. It was too late to tell you. Yeah, thank you. I just, especially earlier today when I was getting all the parts out for the stream, this one of the bolts fell out. And I'm like, this seems so sketchy. Why have we not put a nut in here yet? Okay, so we will do this. I missed it also. Okay, so I don't imagine it needs to be very tight. That might have been too tight. Maybe that's fine. So it can still slide. I'm gonna even loosen it a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So that way this can slide. Let's do the other one. Okay, so yeah, when you're doing the heat inserts, don't forget to put the M5 nuts into the accent pieces on this. Excuse me. Oh, I think there's more. I'm gonna eat myself real quick. That didn't work, did it? Nope. All right, I don't know how. Okay. Okay, if I need to mute myself. Thank you. Cool. Those are good. Now we can move forward and I can feel less sketched out like I'm doing something wrong. In other health news, I went to the like sleep specialist this morning that I got my teeth scanned, like impressions done, and picked up my like dental guard thing for sleep apnea. So we'll see how that goes. It's weird having like like this thing that it snaps. I can show it later. It's kind of cool. I paid extra for, it's a 3D printed nylon, like dental grade. I'm pretty sure it's resin, like a resin semi-flex. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool, like sleep apnea is not cool, but it's cool seeing 3D printing being used for that. It feels meta, kind of like having a 3D printed device in your mouth. All right, so I'm looking at this. This looks like the correct way. Make sure that use the eyelid that has 2 holes for the M5 bolt in the top when oriented as shown. Yes. Yes, this looks right. Okay. So we'll slide this on. And I've heard that it works for some. I've used a CPAP machine for almost 30 years. Yeah, when I got, I did the sleep study, I think it was last year at this point now, and they told me that it came back as mild. I think like 6 or 7, whatever they call them. They're not called episodes, but like 6 or 7 sleep issues, deviations, shortness, I don't know, yeah, whatever it's called that's happening to you, per hour, which sounded like a lot to me, but like, no, that's actually quite mild. And so I had like a call with the nurse, and she said because it's mild that the dental thing is what she'd recommend, because it's just a little bit less intrusive, I guess. And yeah, so we'll see. I have no idea if it's gonna work. I was reading a bunch of stuff about potentially it having the possibility to screw up your bite, so that got me nervous, but we'll see how it goes. The snoring has been aggressive, and it's a problem for Aaron's sleeping, and I also am exhausted all the time, and I think it's because I'm getting really crap sleep, so we'll see. Okay, so the thing I remember seeing was that this little accent piece, the notch on it needs to be facing outwards, away from the idler. So let me see. I'm a side sleeper, and it just interferes. The CPAP does. 3D printing is pretty much used in all dental appliances today, at the very least for making the molds. Yeah, it's really cool. It was neat to see on the first like consultation I went to. The dentist showed me like a rough, like not a rough draft, but like a sort of like demo version, and you could totally tell that it was SLA printed. You can still see the little like peg marks from where the supports were removed, but because it was like just like a decorative piece in the office, they didn't do a really good job of cleaning it up. And I was like, looking at it, I'm like, I could do this in my garage. I just don't have like FDA approved dental resins. Plus, I don't know, man. Like I don't trust myself. Even if I had the resin, I don't know that I trust myself to print a thing that's going to be living in my mouth. I want someone that has a lot more knowledge than me with that specific application to be doing that for me. This is a 300 millimeter. Yeah, it's a 300 millimeter. Hey Stuart, anything reduced snoring usually results in less bruising on the ribs. Yeah, I'm excited to see. We'll see how it goes. Those don't need to be super tight. Okay. That's right, because the belts need to go in here, so we'll just leave them sort of loose for now. It says that the indentation, make sure the plastic part sits flush with the end of the extrusion. If not flush, check if you installed the correct idler. Well, I guess we'll do that at least. We'll get that flush. I will tighten it, even if we're gonna loosen it after. Again, I'm not clamping it, but at least so it doesn't wiggle around. And then yeah, the notch orientation.
Smiley face. Happy live stream, everyone. Smiley face.
I like that it reads out the emojis. Thank you very much for the, I think it's euros. I believe it's euros, maybe it's pounds, but thank you very much. Nice. Hey, what's up, David? Welcome. I have sleep apnea and sleep with a CPAP. After 7 years, I still get annoyed with the hose hanging from my face. Yeah, one of my buddies has an extra CPAP machine that's new, and I just need to order the tubes for it. So if for some reason this doesn't work out, then I have that as a fallback. But I figured I had to pay, I think it was like $510 out of pocket for the upgraded version. They gave me two, like the one the insurance covered, and they said, hey, if you want this better version, we won't charge you for the like lab aspect of it because we're already going to be doing this thing, and we can piggyback this order. So I said, screw it. If it's health related, I will pay for it because I want it to work. You know, I want to feel better. I want to sleep better. So just changed my master nasal pillow that has the hose on the top of my head, so it's a bit of an adjustment. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about all of it, like CPAP, mouth stuff, whether it works or not. So I'm not, you know, I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic that it might not do what I'm hoping it will, but hoping for the best. The indication on the part is designed to clamp on the belt, the notch points away from the idler stick. Okay, so now we're grabbing the other piece. So the other one, we're doing the exact same thing again. So instead though, it's gonna be on the left side, and we are going to, yeah? What's that? I can't hear you. You can open the door. I don't think, no, I haven't seen him. No. Oh my goodness. I can still take him for a second and then, okay. Aaron put on, hold on, here's a little baby Jack. I think you can clip streams on YouTube now, or clip parts of the stream. So if somebody can clip Baby Jack in a second here. Zombie's not here, but because he always puts the bananas in the chat. Plastic in his hair? From me? Oh crap, sorry bub. It's painter's tape or masking tape from the extrusions. If somebody can take a, here he is. Like a little screenshot or something so I can show Zombie the bananas. Who's that? There's too many lights. He's like, whoa. You want to build a Voron? There's so much lights. I think he's just like overwhelmed. All the lights. I like your banana shirt. Let's go bananas. I can let you know if he's awake if he pops into the stream later. Okay, oh, yeah. He's looking at the screen. Is he? Oh. Say hi, everybody. Good boy, doesn't care about the Voron. You say hi, Jack. Say hi. I'd be so excited when he can say hi. Yeah. Hello, everybody. He's like, I'm not interested in this. He's like, I just like the LEDs. What's up, dude? All right, we're gonna get building because I said I want to get a lot done. I haven't done anything today other than talk about everything but 3D printers. Thanks, babe. I like his banana shirt. It's cute. Okay. Oh, Nuno donated a banana. Thank you, Nuno. Yeah, he's definitely, he's gaining weight. He's getting bigger. His neck's getting stronger. It's exciting. It's nuts to see how quickly they grow. The biggest thing now is sleep. He's just not sleeping. He's not sleeping very good. So it's just like his dad. But yeah, other than that, like, he's been awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get back to what I was doing here. So, like this, and then this one is going to be, looks like this is the correct direction. Yes. Okay. So let me flip this over. No. Did I screw up? No, I didn't. This looks right. This goes like this. 2 more bolts. My son hated, yeah, he's just not a good sleeper. We're working on it. it's all new to us, and so like we don't really have much of a sleep schedule, and I sleep like crap. So like he's been going to bed. His like bedtime is 11, which I didn't think was an issue because I just like I don't know, I thought he was too young for like bedtimes to really matter. And so we're trying to sort of taper him back to like, we want to get him to like a normal kid's bedtime of like 8 or 7 or whatever that is, but so far it's proving to be difficult, so we'll see. But yeah, sleeping's rough. It's just, he doesn't sleep very long. I was talking to a few other people. They said like their kids, even if they have a pee diaper, they can sleep through the night. Well, Jackson's not that way. The second he pees, he is screaming to get out of it, which hopefully is good, meaning that when it's time to potty train him, he'll, you know, be good, like, because he quickly calls it out. But man, for now, it's really, really rough. My kid hated his CPAP machine. Thank you, Lisa. I'd rock him for over an hour. I think he was out as soon as his back at the crib is ice. Yeah, it's the same thing with Aaron, because Aaron's usually the one putting him to bed, and so there's the rocking chair. She rocks him back and forth, feeds him, he's good, he's like, everything's happy. And the second he lays down in that crib, it's just like all hell breaks loose. He springs back to life. My mom told me I was almost a perfect baby. I laugh all the time, like to sleep a lot, and only cried when I wanted to eat. Yeah, he is a super happy baby, and typically only cries when he wants something. But the sleep thing is like, it's the one thing we've really got to work on for his sake and our sake. Oh, sick. We're already nice. Okay, so we're already putting the gantry together. Let me make sure I got orientation correct. That looks good. As far as this goes. So the idlers, okay, so it goes like this. So this goes, the rail's upside down right now, at least in this image. Let me back you guys off a little bit. There we go, so we can see what's going on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, some more belt clips, and these ones are facing outward as well. And the same M516 is cool. Hey, what's up, DJ? I have to add children with ADHD. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see whether Jackson takes more after me or Mama as far as personality goes and traits. Like, Aaron is way like, it's like yin and yang. Aaron and I. I have no chill. Well, Aaron has plenty of chill, so we'll see. I mean, there's good and bad with both, I guess, but either way, I'm just more curious than, you know, whatever's meant to be is meant to be, right? Okay, so for these, I'm just loosely.
My idea for the car ride simulator grid should put little man right out. Long.
Hey Andrew, thank you very much for the $9.99. You can have my idea for the car ride simulator. Oh, that is a great idea. He does sleep excellent in cars. Again, the exception is if he goes pee, but like, man, he'll go from fussy to just knocked out otherwise in a car. We've only done one like decent sized car trip with him when my family was in town. We drove from here to Twin Falls, which was roughly, I want to say it took us about 2.5 hours, give or take. And he was out the entire time. It was incredible. I was anticipating like at least 3 crying stops or something like that. Oh, Zombie's in the house. Zombie, you missed it. You missed it. Aaron put on a banana onesie for baby Jack and brought him in here, and you weren't here, man. I had somebody screenshotted it or clipped it in the live stream Discord, so you can at least see it. It was just a couple minutes ago too. Okay, so for now I'm just, again, sort of loosely fitting these things, not really trying to align the extrusions perfectly. Oh, okay, you got it. Nice. Yeah, I didn't even know we had a banana onesie until Aaron was like, Aaron this morning was like, "Is Zombie gonna be there today?" I was like, "Probably." I was on the Prague Maker Faire where I saw for the first time Voron printers, where I also built the M4 and saw just, oh, nice. Do you live in Prague, or were you just out there visiting for that? I screamed when I was put in the car seat, apparently for hours. My dad tells stories about how, oh, that sounds awful. That sounds awful. Yeah, no, thank God that he is a good sleeper. No, incorrect. He's a good car ride sleeper. He's a bad sleeper, great car ride sleeper. Okay, let's not forget our nuts this time. So we're going to install into here. Oops. Also, I'm pretty sure it was last week that we talked about Diablo on stream. I think it was either that night or the following night where I just said, forget it, I want to play some games. So I got it on Steam Deck. I'm not very far. I'm like a level 18. I can't even think of my class. Big brute looking person. Like real, like, it's not barbarian. That's not right. I can't think of the class, but it's running great. I watched some videos on how to like adjust settings, and I'm getting pretty much a solid 40 frames, which for, you know, couch gaming on a little handheld is pretty great for, to me, like a brand new game that came out. Oh, nice. Okay, you live in Prague. Sweet. A friend couple of mine used to put their daughter to sleep by driving around the car. They called it counting the light pulse. That's amazing. Yeah, we could do that. I like, my biggest concern is that anything out of the ordinary that your kid gets used to, I feel like it's so hard to break them away from a routine. I've seen it a little bit, not with that specifically, but just other things where we're like, yeah, we're just doing it for now. Well, when you find the thing that works, it sort of becomes a habit, and then, you know, it's tough for kids to break off of it. So I trying to like just have him go to sleep. Mistaken the tipping, but children with ADHD can't produce less melatonin after 4 years without sleep. I changed my life completely. Oh, I bet. Squirrel. How's 2.4? 2.4 is printing great. It is just printing so good. I remember when I got free proof from Printables, and it and got it picked up at proof. That's really cool. Okay. Nuts are in place. Cable pathway, the printed parts for the right XY joints. I have a small channel to guide the end stop wires. Good to know. Okay, so we need shims, and we need F695 bearings. We've got 4 bearings left. Hopefully that's enough. And then precision left. Precision shims are right here. And then we need M5x40s, which I think are going to be... M5x40s. Awesome. All right. Do what you need. Do what you need to survive and get good, nice. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's no like real formula recipe. Everyone's so different. Even, I mean, like I had friends growing up that were twins, and they were complete opposites. So like even twins, they need completely different. I don't know, things to work. Autism, ASD. Huh, I haven't heard of it called ASD before. Okay, bearing, shim. And then this is going, let's see. Okay, so this is going through, what am I doing wrong here? Doesn't look right, but maybe it is? No, I'm screwing up. Okay. looking at the piece like this, bolt goes through here. Yes. Corner piece, yes. And now we do what we just did. So shim, bearing, bearing, shim. I was keeping up with your build as I did mine, but got ahead and finished mine. Last step I was doing was the bed. Only to find out that the thermistor is, oh no. Can you replace the thermistor on the bed? I don't know. Like, I know on some, like, on some they're embedded. I'm not really sure on the AC heater what the process looks like. I would imagine you can just attach a new thermistor. Yeah, I would imagine you can just go the different thermistor, even if you have to leave the one that's like baked into it in there. Gotcha, so there isn't really a way. I've only really heard it called autism and ISD. Okay, let me get this position correct. So like this. And like this. Okay, let me tighten this one first. So it looks like we need two more of these M540s. One is going in right here. One is going in right here. Just loosely tighten these. I think I hear Jackson laughing. All right. Hey, Printer Prawn. Is it possible to change E-steps? Is it possible to change E-steps a negative number to reverse the motor direction? I don't think so. I live with a therapist. I get to hear about this stuff whether I want to or not. Okay. So now we need our GT2 20-tooth idler that's going to be going on the final spot right here. GT2 20-tooth idler must be right here. Yep. And then final bolt. Oh, does this just thread into the plastic again? Neat. Don't over tighten. The bolt is used to position the idler and is screwed directly to the plastic. The idler must spin freely. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten down the other three now. So not super tight, but at least, you know, nice and hand tight. Okay, this feels like I tightened it too much. I mean, it spins freely, but I think it should spin. There we go. That feels better. The one thing I find weird, oh shit, my nuts. One thing I find weird is that, okay, so there is a tiny bit of a standoff on that side. Okay, no, there is it's weird to me looking at this, and it must just be the way that this piece is. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. Let me go manual focus. So there's a built-in standoff into the printed part, so that way for this bearing, that way it can spin. However, Yeah, so like you can clearly see the standoff on the top, right? Like you can see the light shining through my finger. I don't see it on the bottom on this one, which is weird to me. I mean, it's spinning, I think this is fine, right? Like it's spinning freely, but when I look at the other half, so this is the one we're gonna be building right now, there's the little standoff right there, and there's the little standoff right there. But I just wonder why this one only appears, it might have it on both, but like clearly this side standoff is beefier than this side standoff because I can't see any light shining through between the printed part and the bearing, but on the top I can. It's interesting. Hopefully it's fine. We're gonna move forward, but it's probably for alignment. Yeah, maybe on maybe on that specific one, it needs to be a little bit more towards one direction. There's got to be a reason. It just kind of tripped me out because I didn't notice the standoffs when I was putting them together, and when I look at the other one, they're equal. So it just seems weird that, of course, the one I didn't look at, they're not equal. But we'll see. Doesn't the pulley bearing? Wait, doesn't the pulley bearing is a bit inset on the pulley? Kind of. The not really. So the center rim is basically the exact same height as the outer portion, but then you have this sort of space in between that, yeah, is a little bit lower or inset. So we'll see. We're gonna move forward. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably the way it's intended to be. I noticed it, so I just called it out. All right, let's move you off to the side. Let's power through this. The last part, it's the exact same thing we just did. So going like this. Wait. Okay, so it is different on this one because I'm grabbing the wrong part. Wait, no, what is happening? Hold on. Right XY joint, yes. Right XY joint, yes. Left XY joint. Feels... Oh, no, it does go through. That's how mine is, it's fine, okay. Maybe able to channel Discord for this topic if people are interested. There's a simple place for this bearing angle. Hey, what's up, Llama? Yeah, this has kind of tripped me out too. So there are 3 holes that are the same. Looking at this part, like this one, and this one. Then you have this one that's completely open, and it looks like they're shoving the M540 through the open hole, which is weird to me. Because if you go through the open hole, it's just going to fall through it. Like it's... Like I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that. So it does stay, but I mean, it's loose. Like... I love my 2.4, more fun than Trident to watch. Yeah, the flying gantry is super cool. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like this is the correct way to do it, though, based off the picture. So I'm going to move forward with it and assume that once everything locks in place, this is fine. Nope, straight down it goes on the drawing, so hole under the screw. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it sitting like this right now, and then we'll do the same thing, which is shim. Yeah, I love these Bondus drivers. For the price, I don't think you can beat them. I've used them for probably 2+ years now, pretty consistently, and they are, they're just great. It looks weird, but it's correct. Okay, the flip over on that one is weird. There's one other image that is about the same way. Yeah, we'll move forward with it then. I'm so used to the I think the build when it comes to Voron of the V0s that it's just kind of tripping me up a little bit. Okay, so that's like that. Now we're going to link this up like this. And we need our nut back in it. Yeah, so it's the same. So I guess once you tighten everything, once you tighten the other two bolts in, it doesn't really matter that it's loose because it's not able to go anywhere. But it just it feels weird. They're for some reason I figured that the joints for the XY would be more similar, but they're fairly different from each other. Okay. That goes in here. That goes in here. Getting close to page 104. Oh, thank you. We are getting close. He remembered. Oops. What's going on with my nuts? Here we go. Oh, come on. It actually wasn't. All right, there we go. I have the exact same set of Bondas. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to get a secondary set because I do like half. I do more than half. I do the majority of like 3D printer mods and upgrade stuff in here in the office or studio. I do a fair amount in the garage, and moving them back and forth is a great way for me to like kind of lose them. And so I've debated picking up a secondary set just to have out in the garage. Fabrico Rook coming soon. Nice. Does that mean they're going to be available public zombie soon, or are you getting it, building it, and doing a little bit more feedback on it? Okay. One more of the idlers. Same thing. Yeah, so this one has equal spacing between them, so it just must be that due to alignment on the other one, one side has more of a standoff, and the other side has very little of a standoff. So we're just gonna... Okay, so that's too tight. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, those are good. Boop. I think they're on sale this weekend, Father's Day. Ooh, nice. Yeah, if that's the case, I'll pick up a pair. I recently picked up a precision set of Wera. I would love to get a, maybe that's what I'll do. If the Wera one's gone sale, maybe I'll get a set of those for the office and then bring the Bondus ones out to the garage. Getting a secondary set with square ends might be a good idea. Do they have a set with square ends? I haven't looked. The one that I've usually recommended to people is the ball-ended one, but I don't even know if they have a different set. I found 2 sets of millimeter drivers at a garage. Wow, that's that's awesome. They are indeed release kits. Sweet. I have the open build set also. Some same basic thing. The Bondas are better, more accurate fit. Yeah, someone told me that, or the homeowner. One second, I'm gonna switch AirPods out. My ear is hurting for some reason. There we go. Somebody told me that the neighborhood is doing like a garage sale, like this entire neighborhood. And I'm super excited because I love garage sales, and I used to go a fair bit in California to like flea markets. When I was really into collecting retro games, I'd go a couple times a week to flea markets and occasionally to, and occasionally to garage sales, but I haven't gone in forever. So I'm really excited that they're having something like that out here. Okay, so we're doing our last rail install. Leave this here, pop this out here. Almost page 104, yeah. I know that the next time it asks for shims, I need to use the black shims. Pretty sure that's all it is. Yeah, use the black end pipe washers instead of the precision shims because they look nicer. So we will do that. I backed away from ball ends. They strip too much. Dude, the Bondus ones I've had for 2.5 years, and I've never. Are you saying they strip out the screw heads? Because maybe I have experienced that a little bit. But I more often than not have not had an issue with them stripping out. At least the Bondus ones. I love them. And it's nice being able to not have to be straight on the screw in some circumstances if you're trying to tighten it down. Yeah, the Bondus ones are great. I agree. I ordered a V0.2 kit from Formbot, and so far everything is fine except the pancake motor for the extruder and the linear rail, but they'll send a replacement. Nice. What was the issue with the motor? Just faulty? It wasn't working? There are a set of L-type drivers that have a ball end and a square end. Yeah, I have these Wera ones, like for the L-type. That's what they have. So the top portion's flat, and the bottom part, I guess you can see on the bigger ones are easier, but ball. But they also have a slightly different like curved point on the end of the geometry for the hex, for the hexagons, and it's supposed to make it where they slip less. Like it gives better grip when you're tightening on something. And these I love. These are great. Like to me, if you're looking for a set of L-shape like Allen keys, these are definitely the way to go. Again, pricier, but it's sort of like the buy once, cry once, and to me, they're totally worth it. Hey, Nappin's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Not the driver. The screws. Okay, yeah, the screws get damaged. 1.5 millimeters will strip. I 100% agree with that. They are. You can look at them wrong, and they will strip. Yeah, 1.5 I have stripped with even Bondus. That I will. I won't argue that. Okay, so we need M3 T-nuts. T-nuts, M3s. Drop in my T-nuts. And we need, it looks like 6. I guess, right, Delmar, if Delmar were here, he would say don't go based off the picture because it's a different rail size. So let's see how many do we need. Although Delmar might be listening. I don't know if he was listening or not, but his spirit is here. All right, so we've got, we'll start on the outside. Unless we're not supposed to on this one. Looks like that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we need 8. I hear Jackson struggling. I think it's from the baby monitor, which makes me think Aaron's trying to put him down for a nap. Yeah, he's crying. I was just talking to Delmar. Yeah, I was like, he might be working, but his heart is in 3D. He's 3D printing his heart somewhere. Catch you later. Have a great stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, CB. I was not looking and saw an email pop up. I used all torque M2s on my last visual build because ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, the first V0 build I did, I don't think I'd ever worked with screws that small before, and I just like, man, stripped all. I stripped a lot of them. I don't want to say all of them, but boy, I would go as far as saying it was the majority of them on my first go. I just, yeah. It's gotten better every time though. Like this last one, the only thing I stripped out on the V0.2 build that we did was the like PCB bars that they used for the linear rails and the cyborg kit, because they're you just have to be really careful. And even though I was, one of them stripped still. So yeah, 1.5 is just really, really small. Not a lot of forgiveness if you go too far. Okay, so we need M3x8s, which should be in this bag. Yep. Okay. If they don't strip, then the heads shear right off. Oh gosh. Yeah, I also learned the hard way with those on the first V0 that was self-sourced. I didn't check all of the nuts that I was sliding into the extrusions or preloading, and they had a handful of bad threads, and boy was that not fun to deal with. So after I stripped a bunch of stuff and had to like undo a fair portion of that build initially, one second. Before I was feeding nuts into the extrusions, I was threading them just to make sure that threads were good. I don't know if I just bought cheap nuts. I mean, they were from AliExpress, but I don't know if I bought cheap ones or just because of how small the thread is, you know, there's a higher likelihood of some of them not being machined very well. They stay in the handle when you're not using them. It's probably the most convenient driver. Wait, what? What drive? What is that, Andrew, that you're talking about? I must have missed the beginning of it. Does the Wera have a textured shaft? That's the best feature on the LT driver. We used a fair bit of screwdrivers. You're not talking about the. You're talking about like the not what I'm showing here, right? You're talking about something else. I've heard great things about the LTT screwdriver. I think Lisa, you got one, right? I'm almost positive that you got one early on. Multi-driver from LTT. I know that. Oh, you're talking about the LTT one too. Yeah, I might end up spoiling myself. It's almost Father's Day. Yeah, maybe I'll treat myself. I don't know anyone that's really said anything too bad about them. Like, I know Alan Mandic has one. I know Nira got one. Like, I just haven't heard bad about them. 7-in-1 is a better design for me. I use it all the time. I got all the hex sizes for mine. We have 2 because swapping bits is a waste of time. You have 2 of the LTT ones, Maple? I used ball end and various bits on the V0 2 and stripped out multiple. Yeah, yep. Then I switched to a set of HRB. Oh, okay. RC style drivers and haven't had an issue. Yep. Yeah, I stripped the frame. Whenever we do upgrade the original V0 that I built to like a V0.2 or Pandora's box or whatever we end up doing, like, it is going to be a pain in the ass to get the frame screws out. I know that I stripped like many of them. I was like, well, this is never coming back out. So I have no idea. I have no idea how it's gonna go. Okay, so this says 15 millimeters, and I'm imagining that this is probably supposed to be centered. Let's also change the music to our 8-bit. There we go. Temporarily secure the carriage with a piece of sticky tape, dropping the carriage like Okay, so yeah, let's try 15 millimeters and see if that's centered. Yeah, one for the M3. Oh, that's awesome. What's the price of it? Is it $60 US or is it more? I know that I mean, obviously the price depends on what bit sets you get with it, but like just for the most standard basic screwdriver without any additional. Okay, we're at 15.06. Let's try this. Let's get our little centering guys on it. Oops. 70, okay, 70 bucks. If I end up placing an order, I'm probably gonna get like a t-shirt too. I only have one LTT t-shirt that I got when I got the water bottle. and I love it. I wear it still all the time, although it's kind of starting to show wear. 69 plus 7 for each bit set. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to tighten down, or at least sort of tighten down the ends, so that way it doesn't wiggle. Let's make sure within range. So I set them. I set this to 15.05 because it's close enough. Okay, and this side's at 15.3. So okay, so let's change this up. Let's go 15.2. See if I can get this. Okay. Oh, we got it. 15.2 exactly. All right, so let's loosen the ends again and try this. Try this again. Let's slide you like that. Tighten this down. Hey, what's up, Rui? Their sweatpants and shorts are nice. Huh. I know that because one of my coworkers at Lightburn, he's from LTT, and he has a ton of LTT swag. I know that he's gotten, like, I think they're flannels, and they look really nice. They just have nice, really nice merch. They're at the scale where they can, like, instead of using a service, I'm imagining that they, like, actually get their stuff produced themselves versus going through, like, how I do with Stream Elements. And so, yeah, whoever they use, it does a really great job. And the design's really nice as well. Okay, so now we're at, I must be just screwing up. Let's try this one last time, 3rd time's a charm. So it looks like it is supposed to be, let's try 15.1. There we go, 15.09. I'm sure that it's not going to make much of a difference. We're talking like 0.1, 0.2 millimeter, but we're here, so we might as well. Okay. I think what's happening is when I'm tightening it down, it's shifting like just a tiny bit left or right. Playing merch at this point, it's a brand. Yeah, that's fair. They find the manufacturer they like, and then yeah, that makes sense. LG designs their own merch from scratch usually. Okay, this is good. We're within 15.05 millimeters and 15.15 roughly, so we're good with that. Let's tighten this down a little bit, and we'll go. Hey, G-Funny's in the house. Thank you very much for the gift of membership, Andrew. You got the membership. Happy Wednesday, G-Funny. You missed Baby Jack. He showed up wearing a banana onesie. He might be back. We'll see. I think he's down for nap time, but if once nap time's over, maybe Aaron will bring him back. All right, let's grab our driver. Pretty sure this is what we need. 2.5. Wow. Hey, Zombie! Thank you very much for the gift of membership. Dan, you got the membership. Damn, work always getting. Well, work is important, so there will be more Jackson moments. Plus, I'm sure Aaron took a bunch of photos, so I can shoot you a photo. All right. All right, our last rail is on. Yay. Okay, so. All right, we need 2 M5 T-nuts, and these are going to be facing outward. Okay, so we need. What? Is this saying 2 on top and then 1 on bottom? I think that's what it's saying. Okay, yeah. So two M5 T-nuts on top, and then 4 on top, and I know what I'm saying. The words aren't coming out, but I know what I need to do. There's M3, M5. Nut bar or T-nuts? T-nuts. Well, I guess I call these T-nuts. Anything that slides in, I call T-nuts, but I guess they're technically not T-nuts. What are these officially called? Anything below 2.5, I use straight. Ball end is fine for M3. Oh, rolling. Yeah, I guess rolling nuts is what they're. This one's missing a ball. Yeah, I guess I've gotten so used to like anything going into an extrusion as a T-nut, but I guess T-nuts are shaped like a T and spin. I thought they were officially called roll-in. Okay, so maybe they are called roll-in T-nuts. Yeah, I just sort of pretty much call anything that slides into an extrusion a T-nut. Although I guess it's not entirely correct, but it usually gets the point across. So everyone knows what I'm referring to. Something that's going into the extrusion that we're gonna clamp something down into. Oops. Zombie, you are running clicky on both of your Trident and your 2.4, right? Still? I always call the spinny ones. Oh yeah, I've heard hammerheads as well. I've heard of hammer. Dude, there's a lot of sad roll-ins that aren't gonna be rolling in. No balls. I mean, we technically could use them, but we should have enough. Let's keep throwing them out. More than I would think. Thank you to whoever gives my membership. I've always called Spino's Hammerhead. Yeah, play with U1. Don't like the 1/2-inch tips. They come out too easy. The Milwaukee is way more rugged. LG is better for fine work. Been using my milk for years. Two cameras to it. I might need to remove the nozzle probe on the Trident. I need to remove the nozzle probe. Oh, like, is it running the sex bolt mod? Are you talking about for the automatic Z? Beacon is too expensive for a small printer. Over 300 is worthwhile if you print that big. Yeah, I have the beacon here, and I'm like, I want to do something with it. I want to do something with it. I don't know. I might install it in one of the Vorons. We'll see. Oops. All right. Nuts are in place. Now we're going to attach our XY joints. So let me orient this correctly. I'm so excited to have this coming together. Like, I feel like the gantry is such a big part of it. Once you have the gantry on, it's like, okay, now it looks like a printer versus just a bunch of parts. Okay. Beacon is inductive probe perfected. Z-tilts and quad gantry leveling with beacon is so fast. Yeah, I I want to put the beacon on a printer that I'm planning on holding on to for a long time, and I don't plan on getting rid of the Vorons, which is why I'm like, it's probably a good one to go onto. The Flying Bear, I'm tempted to, like, it would be a good printer to put the beacon on because it's got a big bed, but somebody designed a clicky mod for it, and I don't know if I'll keep it indefinitely, especially because of how big it is, so I don't know if I want to throw a beacon on it. Okay, so we need our M516s, cool. Oh, M5, okay, so M516, M510. M510, where are you? There you are. And then this guy, which is going on here. At this point, should I be tightening this down fully or no? I feel like I'm leaving all of the gantry pieces like semi-loose until it's on the printer. Would it be possible? Oh, yeah, I feel like I missed. Oh, one more page and then yeah. Thank you. I thought I already passed that. It's like I thought about it in the Beacon is not a provider, or Beacon and V's reader are two of my favorite upgrades I've done. Maybe Wob Blacks. For our faster bed trimming. My 2.4 try to have faster bed trimming than Beacon. How is that possible, Zombie? Would it be possible to print silicone bed spacers out of TPU to manually level the bed on a printer with a fixed bed? Wait, what? Would it be possible to print silicone bed spacers out of TPU to manually level the bed on a printer? My concern about printing them out of TPU is that TPU gets soft at a pretty low temperature, and if you're having it that close to the bed and you're printing something like ABS, I would have pretty big concerns. Leave them loose. Okay, cool. That's what everyone's been saying, so that's kind of what I've been doing, is just getting them in place, but not really tightening them. I'll leave them loose. I still prefer clickier taps since it actually pulls the bed surface, not the metal underneath it. Yeah, I definitely see both sides of it. I see what Zombie is saying, like, man, if somebody had, let's say, like, what's that huge Crowley printer they came out with? It's like the that's not called the M5, it's like the C, I don't know, it's the monster, it's an i3 monster that came out after, before this K1, but after the Ender 5 S1. To me, that kind of a bed, which is inherently going to have some kind of bows or issues, the Beacon would be perfect for that, just to get like this super accurate, quick grid. Yeah, so Beacon probes single point slower. It probes without moving. Does the info 10s. Okay, so here we go. This is the part where I need to use black shims for the bottom. So we're using M530s. Let me flip this to its side like this. Quickly get the nuts aligned. Okay, we need M530s. Let me grab. These aren't even black shims. These are, that's kind of funny. These are gold shims painted black. That's okay. It's kind of funny though. And what did I say? M530s? There they are. All right. Deviation of the sideboard 2.4 is, wow, that's really good. I was gonna ask you, Nice, because we're building a sideboard Trident after this. How has your 2.4 been holding up? And are you still using pretty much all of the original ABS Plus parts? Okay, so we'll leave this loose too. Interesting. So many guy IDs. Mine would crash because my Z drops so much. But she's done her as well. Not if you set it proper, isn't. And moves horizontal at 2 millimeters between points. NES DuckTales, nice. Wait, I goofed. Got distracted. I didn't put a washer at all. Right. Yeah. Okay. So there's one on that one. Google says ADC max for TPU, so ABS is concerning. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it being a bed spacer. I guess, like, again, if you're doing mostly PLA printing, but on something that you're printing with ABS or even PTG, if you're going like 70C plus, maybe. I mean, I think it'd be cool to experiment with and see if it does flex. And also, I'm sure it depends on how thick your TPU is, the standoffs that you make and things like that. Yep, except the part on the extruder, I have the new filament sensor for the ERCF. Sweet. That is really good to hear. I do about 10mm Z-hop on the simpler cord because otherwise the rear side drops so much. Okay, in 4 minutes we'll just open it up right now, I think, the giveaway form, but let me really quickly look at this. So we're looking for, yep, bearing down low on the right, bearing up high, bearing low. Everything looks good, compare your parts. Ooh, we're installing this. It's so exciting. Okay, yeah, let me get the giveaway posted so that way I don't get busy with something else and forget. If you have not smacked the like button, please do. Our goal is to hit 100 likes. Let's see. Send, shorten link. Copy. Okay. I am posting the giveaway form in chat. It's just for a spool of Polymaker filament, and then in roughly half an hour we will do the drawing. Let me go pin message. Cool. Awesome. Let's back off a little bit on this. Sweet. Okay, so the way we're going to be doing this, it looks like, is first clear a little bit of a pathway here. Let's review calipers, all the bolts back in the organizer. Trash. These can go in the box. Trash as well. Allen key goes back with the rest of the set. Bada boom. I do this pretty much every time I stream afterwards, like instantly pick up so that way I can start recording footage for video stuff. Gotten pretty good at power cleaning. Okay, what fell on my toe? That was a power cable. Okay, so it looks like based off the orientation of the guide, it wants us to flip this onto its back. So the motors are up. Then it wants us to insert the tilt the x-axis to install it into the gantry. So, well, that's going to be interesting because of the cable chain thing. It won't lay flush. 2-volt aluminum bolts will be installed during the end stop installation. Okay, so we're using M316 socket heads. M316 socket heads, bottom right. Where did I put? There we go. I take the cable chain guide off. Yeah, I feel like it's not a bad idea. We'll see. we'll see. Let me try it first, just holding it like this. And then it says to just do 2 of them, so. Wait, that doesn't seem right. What am I doing wrong? That seems off. Is that really it? It doesn't feel like the screw goes through very much. Does this seem right? Hold on. I want to make sure that this looks right. Unless M316 socket head. The bolt only goes through a teeny tiny bit. I would think you'd want it to go further into the bearing block. You guys see that? Is that right? That's what the guide says, but I would think you'd want it to be, I don't know, at least a few millimeters longer. Only a few threads. Okay, all right. I mean, I would assume that someone would have caught that. It feels, again, like my spidey senses are tingling. But hey, if it's right, then so be it. A bolt, first 2 threads, hold like 95% load. Wild, okay. Ideally 4 or 5 threads. One side only gets 2 because unstop goes on. Make sure you're... Yeah, I did see that, and it looks like I got the correct 2 on. It's the front 2. We can look at it really quickly on the guide here. So yeah, right now what we did was we installed all 4 screws on the right side. On the left side, we only did 2, and it's the 2 that are closest to the motor, because it says the remaining bolts will be installed during the end stop installation. So yeah, that should be it. Oh wow, that's it for sick. All right, I'm gonna tighten these down just a hair bit more. I just got here, no wheels. Ah, nice. Yeah, no wheels on this. No wheels. Triple G, the new Zelda. Oh, sick. That's awesome. That'll be a lot of fun. Do you have the original Switch or the OLED one? I haven't seen the OLED one in person, but I've heard it looks like quite substantial, like quite a lot better than the original. But I'm like, well, if I don't see the OLED, I won't know what I'm missing out on. Okay, let's take like a, I don't know, let's take like a 2-minute break here. And then we'll move on to the Z-axis and the belts. Have a sip of water, get caught up on things. By the way, my Voron is up and running. I'm happy but tired. I'm not calibrating the PIDs, first print soon. Doing the belts and the build was such a relaxing experience. Not. I bring the gantry to the front and tighten them both touching the front of the gantry so it's not racked. Bring them towards the idlers. feel like the idlers right now though aren't perfectly. Wouldn't it? I feel like it'd be easier to do that once it's on the actual printer itself, because right now I haven't, like, the idlers are not perfectly aligned and they're loose. So if I push them towards the idlers or even the motors in the back, the AB mounts, it's not aligned. So tightening them against them could cause problems. Notice see how square it is sliding it back. Mine was too far on the motor side, had to loosen them as per the manual. Yeah, I have a feeling we'll have to make adjustments. Ah, yum. This water is really good. Cooking food, cooking food on the heat pad. The original, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I have the original too. Someone got it for my birthday. A buddy got it for my birthday. Yeah, that would have been. It was right around the time. Breath of the Wild wasn't a launch title, was it? It was, I think, within the first year of it launching. But I got it for my birthday the year it came out, and it's been. I mean, I haven't played it aggressively, but it works. It works as good as new. Is your merch any good? It's the best. No, I've been pretty happy with the quality of the prints and the shirts. That it's all through Stream Elements, all the Modbot merch. I've been pretty happy with it. Like on my spool bus shirt, I always hang dry it, which I do with all my shirts, and I wash it on cold, which I do with all my dark shirts. I don't really treat it any differently. I know that there is like some of the pattern is starting to like slowly come off, but considering it's a big graphic, I think that they did a pretty good job, whoever they use for the printing, and the shirt's comfortable. So I still would love to have ideas for other logos and different merch ideas, but it just isn't high up on the priority list compared to like getting actual content out. So we'll see. Hopefully at some point I can do a little bit more. Hey, Dutch is in the house. Dutch is in the house. All right. Let's just move on. Z-axis it is. So we've got. Hey, AB. Wait, that's totally you. That's you, isn't it, Zombie? Isn't it? AB Austin. I don't know last name. Thank you very much for the merch purchase. Thank you. Dude, it would be really cool. What I think I might do is, for anybody, I don't know, I need to figure this out. This is just like half-baked idea right now. But like, I know Zombies rocked the Modbot Army merch a lot, and but for anyone that's wanting to, right now I think that the store is just like generic placeholder stuff. I would love to have actual photos of people wearing the merch. So I'm wondering if, for those that purchase merch that are interested, if they want to be in the store, they could. I don't know. But it would be kind of neat to have like actual people that like wearing the merch, that enjoy the merch, that like to be in the shop showing off versus their like computer generated stuff. You want me to model for you? Yes. You already do. You don't want me modeling gear? All right, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a half-baked idea. What's up, Panzer? Does anybody understand the Clipper logo? All right, never mind then. If you use my photo, sales might go down. All right. Maybe it was better. Maybe it was better in my head than actual execution. Not all of my ideas. Not all of my ideas are great. Okay, let's see. So we're doing Z bearing blocks. So we need to grab, let's see. Page 104. Thank you for the reminder, Zombie. A little too late. So we need a few things. We need you, and you. And then we need 4 of the the blocks, which are looking like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that it? Is there more? There's more. Why is there more? Is there just a spare that was sent to me? I see 5. I don't know. How many printers do you have? A lot. I don't know the exact number right now. I tore down a couple recently for parts. Like I sell some occasionally to clear out space, really, or just usually just to clear out space because I can only hold so many printers here. And then because I put money towards other projects and build, it helps sort of fund everything. But right now I honestly have no idea. It's been a while since I really count. If I had to guess, FDM printers probably 25-ish, give or take. And then resin 4. Not as many resin printers. Yeah, the answer is yes. Extra one that's not used. Oh, okay, cool. Is it recommended to use the Hall effect? Is that what the LDO kit? I didn't see anything about it. Let's see, we're on page 111. Is there anything in here about it? 111. We recommend continuing steps on page. Okay, I don't see anything about it. It's not in the kit. Cool. Anyone know how to pause and move the extruder to the side in pressure slicer and making a fridge magnet? There's a oh gosh, if you just right click, so go to your input. Let's just show this really quick. Pressure slicer. I don't have the latest version on here because I don't use this computer. This is just strictly slicing, so we're on 2.4. But if we grab, let's just grab there we go. So hopefully this version has it. But in pressure slicer, you should be able to just go to where you want to pause it. So like if you're doing a fridge magnet, oops. And you should be able to just click this little plus sign right here. So left click, and it inserts a color change. You can also right click, edit color change. I think that on the newer version of pressure slicer, there's additional things you can do, but like it's essentially a color swap. And when it does the color swap, it'll issue a pause command, which I guess it depends on your printer and its firmware. Some printers pause command, I think, just pauses in place, which is not ideal. But a lot of them will move off to the side. Clipper needs a macro. Oh, okay. You know what? I think that if I'm not mistaken, if it's on Clipper, I'm almost positive that 3D Maker Noob, his last video, he's been doing shorts primarily, but he did one video on Clipper. Here we go. Yeah. Watch this. If you're on Clipper, watch this. I'm just going to post it in here. Wait, it's extrude filament when you make color change? It should just pause. It shouldn't extrude depending on what you've got set up for. But a color change usually just pauses, doesn't do anything else. I would watch, if you're using Clipper, I would watch this. I'll post it here, but this video will explain basically how you're gonna want to do it. You should, yeah, you should be able to control the behavior of it. Yeah. Oh, you have a, okay, so you're running Marlin. Yeah, with Marlin, you shouldn't have to do anything. You should just be able to go do what I showed, just do a color change, and it'll issue a pause command. And the pause command, you just manually would do a color change, but in your case, you won't actually change the color. You'll just insert the magnet and then click resume on your screen. Yeah, if it's Marlin, that's all you should do. Yep. Okay. So, teeth down, belts. So we need belts, and it's saying for 300 spec, minimum recommended belt cut length. So each belt needs to be 1100 millimeters minimum. Okay, so this comes with 2 different types of belts. We need 9mm belts, it looks like, for this. It says minimum recommended. Should we give ourselves more slack, or is minimum already containing slack? Because typically the Voron guides, the numbers they call out for belts are quite generous as far as like they give you quite a bit of slack. Anyone know of a good 3D printer? Nope. All right, let's cut this. Minimum got enough. When I do the color change, the printer pauses, goes to the side, and starts extruding filament. That's weird. I have no idea. So it sounds like like the firmware on your Ender 3S1 has some sort of like bunk. Like the firmware's bunk. Like Creality probably didn't do a good job of setting it up. And if that's the case, I mean, if that's the case, it shouldn't be a big deal. If it moves to the side, pauses, and starts extruding, it should be probably just a certain amount that it's purging. So then just remove that filament, insert your magnet, and click resume. Okay, do I have, so this is only a 600 mil. Do the belts for the Z all need to be the same exact length as far as teeth goes, or no, it's not as important for this? Because that's going to be rough. Okay, so that's 600. That's 500 roughly. Run one belt, get the correct length, and then 2 sections of belt. Just go an even 1/4 on the belt. The Z uses a bigger size than XY. Well, I cut it already, so I kind of screwed up a little. Yeah, I probably should have just folded it in half. What did they say? What did they say, Dutch? I don't know if you knew, Lisa, Dutch is dealing with Bamboo support as well. It seems like their support is pretty inconsistent in terms of like how things go, because I've heard some pretty good stories, but I've also heard some not good stories. This is not going. I'm just gonna do my best. I'm not gonna stress over it if we're a single tooth off. Well, they sent me them 3. I sent them now. They're saying it looks better on the top layer, even though it has gaps in between. Oh, great. I did use belt method on the V0, ran the belt and got some overlap, then cut it and matched the second length and cut it. Felt like I wasted at least the least amount of belt, but I don't know. it would have been, I should have just cut them in half. That would have been much smarter, since this whole belt is only going to be used for the Z, since we have 6mm, or yeah, 6mm belt for our other like AB setup, it would have made more sense. So yeah, this is not perfect. Also, someone let me know in 10 minutes, remind me for the giveaway. There's a wide number of support personnel. Are you mounting the gantry today? That's the goal. Yeah, the goal is to mount the gantry today. I need to see Steve's belt method. Okay, maybe I did do it right. We're gonna leave these. These look damn close. Like, I would say if I'm off by a tooth, maybe. How you can write it when you, just so you can get to work. Are you in the Discord, Sun Turtle? I feel like it would be easier to get help over there. Sue can't raise the gantry, then belt it. Zipper method to measure worked well for me. You mean the way I'm doing it? Just sort of having them go into each other? I mean, if it's off by one tooth, I don't see how that would cause much of an issue. Okay. One tooth will make a ton of difference. Okay, so we've got this sticking out. Okay, so these two are good. Let me check this one last time, and then we'll do our last belt. Ugh. Okay, hey Jerry. Okay, so this one we've got back sticking out. Okay, yep, these are good. So, one last one. So this one we've got the front sticking over one. Come on, belts. Okay, So this should be slack. I'm gonna check this one more time here. I never cheat my 2.4 belts. Oh. I made a wide GT gear and put 4 bearings that pushed the belt down, and I just spun the gear until it was all equal length. Oh, nice. Since GT is independent, I thought it didn't matter as much. I also, because both ends are fixed, they will get off a little the gantry sag. I like AB that rely on each other for length. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna be fine regardless. We're gonna move forward. The AV with it just being 2 though, we will absolutely quadruple check to make sure we're good. Okay, 5 more minutes on the giveaway. So if you have not filled out the form, it's in chat, and then we are going to be drawing for a spool polymaker filament anywhere in the world. We are at 80 likes. If you have not hit the like button, please do. And yeah, let's get the belts. Let's get the belt attached. So we want belts. So belts are going inward. Huh. So it looks like belts are going to be going like this. So teeth like this. Let's see. Let me has the wheel been spun? No, wheel has not been spun. Wheel has not been spun. Ah! There we go. Okay. Oop. Sorry. So we've got teeth going like this in the slots, and then we've got just aligning these holes. So like that. Although, should probably verify that the roll-in nuts are aligned with these holes. So you need to go in a little bit further, and you. Okay, that looks right. So big hole like that, and then we need our block. I'm assuming we need to install a nut into the bottom of this. I didn't see it show it yet. Oh, that gets clamped first, right? Oh, you're not putting the frame first. No, it doesn't look like it. This looks like, I don't see it saying to install a nut, but it must need a nut. If we're installing it, there won't be any other way for us to put a nut into that part. Oh yeah, I missed it again. I keep missing the M5 nut. Here we go. Okay, so nut goes into black printed part. This gets flipped over like this. Okay. And then we need an M5 by 30. Where are we? M5 30, M5 30. There we go. Okay. Should be able to release my hand for that one, and then we need M330. Cool. Page 110. Yeah. Thank you. So these we will install nice and tight. Okay, this is not... That's not threading into anything. Were we supposed to... Okay, so... this is where the AB idlers are. Were we supposed to install an M3 and an M5? Because I think I just installed M5 roll-ins. That's no, further back, further back, further back. Okay, so oh yeah, I screwed up. So it was supposed to be an M3 and an M5, and I just did M5s. So okay, well, thank God we're catching it now. Those two bolts should go into the T-nuts. Yeah, I didn't see that there was two different ones, so I did two M5, but we need M3. So I think I only need to do that on. Oh, did I screw up on both front and back? I think I did. Yeah. Okay, let me fix this really quickly. Do I need to take this part off? I might. That's a bummer. All right, well, it'll be a pretty quick fix. Let's do the giveaway, and then I'll go back and swap it out. Yeah, it looks like so M3 on both of them. They should be M3. So I think that's the only thing I screwed up on is the y-axis. I need to take the y-axis out so I can swap those T-nuts. So at least we caught it now and not way later when it would have been a pain in the butt to get those parts off. So let me grab, let's see here, let me unpin the giveaway. Remove. I did the same mistake. Yeah. They're all M5. I'm not used to seeing it where it's, you know, two different size threads like that. Okay, so we have 92 entries. That makes it easy because I can just copy here, paste here, boom. Wait, did I say it? 1 second. Was it 92? Yep. Okay, so that was easy. I didn't have to download anything. Hey, Dimitri's. I feel like I should have a play button for this part because I always repeat the same. But for anyone that's new to the giveaways, the way it works is if you're in US or Canada, you'll need to fill out a form, and then you'll get a gift card that you can either use to purchase a spool of filament or use it towards a spool of filament if it's over the amount of the gift card, which I believe is $30 US. If you're outside of the US or Canada, then you get to pick a spool of filament, any PLA, ABS, ASA, or PTG other than exotics. I will email the winner today, so just keep looking for an email from me, and it will have a form, and you'll need to fill out the form with your info, what you are wanting to choose for the winning, and they will, Polymaker will take care of the rest of it. So massive thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to do this. Polymaker sent over the coolest freaking Polymaker t-shirt ever. I need to wear it on stream. I get so hot during stream that I don't know. I'll have to wear it in a video. It's epic. I posted on Twitter. I know Zombie's got one as well, but it's such a rad t-shirt. Yeah, thank you Polymaker for allowing us to do this, and let's do this. Let's do the giveaway. Let's see. We're gonna do how many? Well, I screwed up on 4 T-nuts, so we'll shuffle 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, good luck everybody. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the trade show shirt. It's so epic. It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. Hey, Zombie did enter in. Alien was super close too. Vast CNC, you are our winner. Congratulations. We'll do our confetti and our air horn. Congratulations. I will send you an email again after the stream, and you can pick out, well, if you're in the States, you'll get a gift card, but if you're not in the States, you can pick out your spool. So congratulations. I needed some more Galaxy Orange ABS. That sounds gorgeous. I have a box of parts I printed in that over there. So congratulations. And yeah, I will reach out to you this afternoon. Okay, let's fix my mistakes on these T-nuts, or these roll-in T-nuts. Hey, there you are, Vast CNC. My first one on any of these. Congratulations, yeah. There's Galaxy Orange. Oh yeah, it is so nice. I actually show it in the Saturday's video ever so briefly, so check it there. All right, let's fix my whoopsie. So we'll flip this around, and nice. So the M3 should be on the inside, and the M5 is on the outside. So we are going to unscrew all of these. Do I even need to? Sweet, that's easy. Okay. These on loose too? No. Okay, let's try this again. Those are tightened, huh? I don't think I need to take those off. I think that if I go from an angle, I can just push them out. Let's try the lazy way. Nope, I lied. There's no angle. Nope, we can't be lazy. Limit on, yeah, I'm hoping that you guys get Galaxy ABS and A6. It's so pretty. Really nice. Maybe if I leave this on and just slide these out. Let's do this. There we go. I can still kind of be lazy. Okay. Flip it again. M3s. Hope our supply maker Starlight colors are available. Oh, I need to order a couple of the Starlight. I was just thinking that I'm doing quite a bit of testing of printers, and for a lot of the testing, it's primarily PLA. And I still don't have a ton of PLA from Polymaker. And most of the stuff I ordered is like advanced filaments or like ASA, ABS, TPUs. I need to get just some pretty. All right. Sweet, so those are good. Let's get things back installed. Pretty sure that's this, let's see. Okay, so with the motors facing downward like this. Oops. Oh no. I just flung a nut. Okay. This is confusing me now. I wish I hadn't screwed up on those. I'm debating Galaxy. What'd you say? Buy me some. Poor Dutch. When are you coming to the States next, Dutch? Okay, so here's the one that lost the nuts. Okay, so these are identical. The only thing that matters is the orientation with the X bar, which is going to Okay, so motors up in the air, like so. Then this needs to be, okay, this should be right. This should be correct. I hopefully can just slide this back in. Might be one of those moments where a shortcut becomes a long cut. I need to get this side in too. No, this is not right. What did I screw up? Yeah, no, this is not right. This is not right. Okay. we lost our motors. Yeah, all because of 4 T-nuts that I did not install correctly. Try this again. So what is going on? This needs to be like this. Pretty sure I got it. Okay, so let's have this like this, and this up like this. There we go, we're back in business. Yes, we should be. Okay, the only thing that seems odd to me is let me check on one thing. Okay, so this part is not flush. So the bottom of this extrusion, like the printed part for the motor, is flush on one part, but the other side's not, which is really weird to me. Because it looks like those parts should be... How is that possible? What is happening? Man, screwing up really sucks. And you've got to go back. Maybe that's just the way it is. You're building a gantry. Thanks, zombie. Is that backwards? I don't think it's backwards. I don't see how it could be backwards. Based off of... Based off of this image, it's backwards. Wait. AB motors are inverted. Oh. Okay, so gotcha. It was fine before, so you're saying I get what you're saying. I must have screwed it up when I... Okay, yeah, I see it. This bar needs to be flipped. It's all again because of that M3 nut. It was fine. Everything was fine except T-nuts, and it screwed up everything. Gotcha. So I had to flip the AB motor bar in the back. I needed to do a 180, and now it'll be fine. It needs to go installed like this. Thank you. Something it didn't look right. It didn't look right. So there we go. Yeah, this is pretty much the last way that it can go. Yep, now they're flush. So once I get this guy in... Now we're flush. Yay! Okay. Holy crap. That was definitely a little bit more work to correct than I would have hoped for. It is correct now. It is correct now. So I'm also going to once again just tighten these four bolts up ever so slightly to keep it from falling off, because I don't want to do this again. Right here. Yeah, we're good now. Thank you for noticing that, because it didn't feel right. I was like, I thought the extrusions lined up correctly before all of this happened. So, okay, last thing I need to do is throw the AB idlers back on, and then we're back to where we were before the issue was noticed. Okay. So we'll do the same thing on this side, which is just slide these T-nuts back on. That was probably the biggest so far hurdle in this build, was that I installed those T-nuts wrong. I'll definitely, when I do my video on the 2.4, we'll call that out as a, hey, don't do what I did. There we go. Okay, idler's back on. Skip the last one. Nope, that's not right either, is it? That doesn't feel right. No, that's wrong. We are all inverted. Yeah, idlers need to be on the inside, so... There we go. There we go. Okay. Now the last one. We did it! Yay! Okay, so. Whew! Hello there. Hey, 300 millimeters. Yeah, 300 is a small. 300, driving to Voron 2.4 along with you. Nice. Yeah, this is a 300 millimeter, which, as far as I know, is this. Well, not the smallest, right? But the smallest that LDO makes, or that they make in kit form. We had this discussion, I think, last week, but I honestly don't remember entirely. Okay, so we're gonna clamp these down ever so slightly so they don't fall off, because my heart can't take it again. Hopefully everything is corrected. Yeah, they aren't doing. Yeah, okay, they're not doing 250. Yeah, 300 to me seems like I like 300 as the number. I think it's a good build volume size. Alrighty, it's like we never messed up in the first place. Now we can get back to the belts. So let me scroll down. There we go. So grab our belt. Goes into the thread, or not the thread, but the opening. Then we are. You know what? Nope. We need to align our T-nuts first. So M5 T-nut is aligned. M3 T-nut is aligned. Now we can return to this. That. Oh, here's our. This is where it all started. Okay. All right. Yay. Oops. I think any more cold brew. There we go. 2D Trident is the best 3D printer. I think the Trident I'm building is a 300 as well, because I don't think Cyborg sells a 250. 250 is probably enough for 99.9% of everything I'd ever do, so I would be fine with the 250. Yeah, we're gonna tighten this down pretty tight. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We lost our nut. We lost our nut. I feel like right now is just I got a lot of moving pieces going on. My Merc is gonna be, oh my god, it's a huge printer. I just don't print anything, like, I mean, I get it. I probably would if I had a huge, like, let's say I had a huge pellet printer. I'd find something to print with it, right? Like, I don't know what I would print with it offhand right now, but, okay, so yeah, don't forget your nut. This has been my least favorite part. This has been my least favorite part of this build so far, is just this beginning part of the belts. Okay, so nut needs to go in to the bottom of this block. then it needs to flip over like that. Hold it in place. Why is it not dropping in? There we go. Okay, there we go. Just wait till you get to the AV belts, you'll love it. Yeah, routing belts is not my favorite thing ever. And the frame, like making sure the frame is square, also not my favorite. When it all comes together though, I love it, but definitely I want to smack my head into the quartz sometimes. Just gently. Heads up dragon. Heads up dragons. Is there anything thing up pizza? Did I miss it? I'm gonna scroll up. Print a chair for baby. Dude, oh, dude, that'd be awesome. I'd print a bunch of high chairs. Ooh. Yeah, I know that if you wanted to put on the veggie pizza that we have in the freezer, I would not be against that. Definitely starting to get hungry. Okay, that should be plenty tight. It's just for, we don't want the belt to slip. Okay, so we do this a lot more, many more times now. So, mine the cutout goes towards the outside. Okay. Repeat the install for all the blocks. Sweetness. Okay, so let's do this. I'll try to power through it. Okay, so I'm assuming we can feed the belts through here. No, I want pizza. Yeah, I think we only have healthy pizza. Oh, do we not? Hold on. We've been eating really healthy, which is great. But let's see. Hey, hon. On pizzas in the freezer, do we have the veggie and then like one that has meat on it? Can we do the less healthy of the two? I want pepperoni. Yeah, if you don't mind. Can you eat? Okay, rad. Thank you. Sick. I forgot when she went to the store, she got a veggie and then a pepperoni. Yes. Yes. Hey, zombie. Thank you very much for the banana, zombie. Yeah, I forgot we had gotten one pepperoni one as well until you guys were all talking pepperoni. Yeah, we got picked up a bunch of ingredients for Delilah hit the door and it opened. We picked up a bunch of ingredients for making food here at the house, like healthier food, which is rad, but we've been talking the last 24 hours. Like both of us have been craving junk food the last 24 hours, so. Okay, one more thing I didn't screw up, but I need to make sure that the T-nuts are where they need to be. There we go. Pepperoni mushroom. I've never been a big mushroom person, but they have grown on me with age. Like I don't like mushroom on pizza. I'm totally fine with. I love veggie pizza in general, but like mushroom on pizza's fine. Even Erin, because Erin loves mushrooms. She's made she's sautéed mushrooms a few times, and I think it's quite good. I don't know what she does with it. Usually garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, and maybe a hint of parm. I'm not entirely sure on that. But mushrooms have definitely grown on me. I still don't know that I crave mushrooms, but I think they can complement things pretty well. Okay, so we got that one. Let me make sure I'm using the right bolt sizes. So this is a, yeah, M330 and an M5. Yeah, it's gotta be right. It's just gotta be right. I'm eating a stuffed, oh, dude, stuffed peppers. I made them for us once years ago. A coworker of mine, he's like, "Yeah, my mom makes them." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, you have a recipe." And it wasn't her recipe. Like he printed out, oh, I think it was like, was it Betty Crocker? Like one of the big recipe people, company things out there. But I made them in the, was in the crock pot or was in the Instapot? I don't know, one of the two. And it was delicious. Like, you know, it had rice in it, some ground meat, some veggies. Like, it was so good. Stuffed peppers are incredible. Going to hop to my 3 kilogram buck ABS spool soon. Ooh, nice. McCall, maybe it was McCall's. Yeah, definitely a fan of stuffed bell peppers. I mean, there's so many different ways you can sort of go about that as far as ingredients inside of it, but yeah, definitely a fan. Absolutely. Maybe I'll order a 3 kilogram spool of polymaker filament. I don't just, it's so much more to manage if you don't have a big project. I don't know. I love it. That's a once per week thing in my house. Wait, what did I miss? Jose said, here in Portugal, wait, it's called pau com. What is that? I can't stand either kind of shrooms. I remember being a kid in Sweden visiting my grandma, and my mom picked, or maybe I helped her pick. Yeah, they have a house that's in the forest, and the mushrooms are called cantarell mushrooms. They're sort of like a thin orange mushroom, and I remember my grandma frying them. She likes, or like, yeah, like pan frying them with some other, you know, whatever other not toppings, isn't the word, but like, you know, whatever other spices, ingredients, and it was incredible. Like that was fresh from the forest to the plate. Like there was just something really special about that. But that was kind of like a one-timer. I've never had mushrooms like that ever since. Portuguese sausage and sausage and green peppers. We don't have a whole lot of sausage. Breakfast sausage, I guess. We occasionally have. But yeah, we don't have a ton of sausage here. Although we did pick up, we're making the recipe, because the doctor told me he recommended I go on like Mediterranean lifestyle as far as just being healthier. And so one of the ingredients, or one of the recipes we're making has chorizo in it, which is a sausage of sorts. I don't actually remember if it's like a soup, like a chorizo soup or what, but I know it's in our fridge, or I think it's in our freezer now. We bought a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we bought a bunch of stuff and then realized that we couldn't possibly make it all before it expired, so we had to freeze a bunch of ingredients. You're too large of a driver. There we go. Hey, LSC! You are late, but right on time, actually. There's no late. What is the build volume? I need to put that in like the description or the title, because it seems like such a common question. The one I'm building this is a 300 mil. So I guess there are 250, 300, and 350 size variants. LDO only offers 300 or 350, and I don't typically, like, if I want a big printer, I want a big printer, but for everything else, I want smaller is better. Here we are talking, yeah. You got to. Pao equals bread plus, oh, it is chorizo. Or no, maybe it's not. It's spelled like, it looks like it's spelled like chorizo. Ow. What isn't the build size? It's about how you it's about, exactly. And then you have Dutch. He's building, I think he said like a 370. Absolute beast. There's a company that reached out to me that might be sending there's two. One is a 400 by 400 by 400, I believe, which is a monster. And the other one, which is kind of an industrial printer, like I think the retail price on it is like $4,000. And I'm like, all right, well, it's exciting. And I think it'd be fun to check out more of an industrial printer as well on the channel. If that one comes through, it's 300 by 300 by 600. So it's mostly height, which I think is less practical in most instances, like unless you're, I don't know, printing rockets or something like that. Did I put a nut in this? Oh, I can check, can't I? I don't think I did. I'm like almost positive I didn't. I guess I can just, let's just take a bolt. 1 second. Okay, definitely good in that one. I don't think I put a nut in that one. I got distracted by thoughts of food. He did not. Are you taking off nice? Oh, time to go for me. Last week and this week are too heavy. Normally I don't need a few hours of sleep, but can I? Yeah, no worries, man. Get a good night's sleep. No, there's no nut in here. Of course I forgot. Oh my goodness. Narrator. He did not. It's like, I don't remember putting a nut into this block. Well, at least I'm consistent. Okay, let's take these bolts out. Okay, flipping you like this. Perfect. Okay. Now we've installed it. We can't distract. Yeah, my mind got me thinking about bread and sausages and mushrooms and pizzas and everything but is the nut installed into the block. Okay. Definitely got a nut in that block. Last one. Last one. I don't think we're doing AB belts today, probably, but I would like to still get the Z finished. Okay, so let's find the one belt that's not attached to something already. Let's make sure that our T-nuts are aligned. Looks good, looks good. Let's drop this belt through here. Like that. Okay. No. Like that. All right. You go like this. You're the retainer. Cool. Where's our block? There you are. You need a nut. Thanks, nice. It's not the destination, right? It's the journey. Hey, Pushin. Maybe we should talk about different types of nuts. Well, this is the last one, so we should be nut free. All right. Cool. Yes. Sweet. All right. Drop the nut. It's all about nuts with this build. You gotta preload the nuts, gotta make sure that you use both M3 and M5 nuts. Okay, do one last turn, it should be plenty tight. Cool. Pick up our nut. Oh, get those. Okay. All right, do a nice little stretch. When you install the gantry, make sure it's pad repel to the frame. I didn't, and it's not a massive pain to do. Wait, what? Pad repel? What are you saying, Dar? I was listening on Bluetooth headphones while making dinner. Homemade pizza with pepperoni. Ooh, yum. We haven't done homemade pizza, Aaron and I, in the 7.5 years we've been together. It's on our list. We need to do it. Like, we'll do healthy, you know, relatively healthy pizza, but nothing quite compares to doing it yourself. Oh, parallel. Also rack your gantry before belting. Yep, we'll do. We'll loosen everything. Is it any instructions? I'm hoping it's any instructions. Sick. We did our blocks. Woohoo! It's time. It's time. Insert at an angle. Secure the gantry with long zip ties. Wow. Really? Is that the play? So are we just taking zip? I don't think I have long zip ties, so I guess we can just LDO not for the page. Note for that page. Oh. Thank you. We recommend completing steps on page 115, then use rubber rail stoppers under the Z. Oh, sick. Oh, sweet. Okay. Completing steps on page 115 and 116 first. So 115 and 116. Okay, so we'll do this first. So let's move our gantry. Let's see. Yeah, I like the idea of not using a bunch of zip ties to... And I kept all of the stops for the bearing block, so this should be pretty easy. Let me go back in there. We dropped our thread locker. Get away. Okay. Let's lean you on the ground like that. Take our printer, or our frame at least, and put you like this. You don't trust, wait, what part of it, Delmar? You don't trust the zip ties, you don't trust the stops. I'm gonna have the front facing towards me. I don't know that I trust the stoppers. They're fairly easy to pop out and a good bit of weight. Got you. So we don't trust the stoppers. What if I double down on the stoppers? I don't know that the stoppers are pretty secure. Like, yeah, the stoppers can pop out definitely if you sort of have like, depending on the direction of the force, but going straight down, I use the stoppers for both my 2.4 wheels, to install the gantry. It wasn't, yeah, I don't think it's an issue. I'm just like looking right now. And so for example, like let's say there was a bunch of weight on any of these blocks pushing downwards. Oh, I guess that one does, but I mean, I'm putting a lot of weight. No, it is popping a little bit, but okay, well, I mean, there's definitely some like validity to the concern. Can also use filament boxes. So this is what somebody was saying to use soup cans. I don't have quite enough soup cans. Okay, let me first go through the next page here. So let's do this at least. So I'm assuming these are gonna be in accident prone. That's true, you're right, with all stoppers. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be fine. Okay, so these are what we're looking for. It's 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we are doing M320 socket heads. M320, M320. Soup can, yeah. If we've got soup cans, 4 of them, which we damn well might, I'm not against soup cans. We'll check. Let's get these installed. But it's kind of our brand, right? Soup cans. So, although we've got, but we do. Oh, someone at the front door. 1 second. I don't know. Okay, let's get these installed. How many does it take? How many soup cans? 4 soup cans. Need a soup can t-shirt? That would be pretty damn funny. Okay, so let me make sure I got the direction correct. So hole should be facing upwards. The hole upwards. Yeah, this looks good. Let's just loosely get them in first. Wait, 16 cans? Don't know. Yeah, soup cans do work. Maybe I'm not understanding what we're doing. I'm gonna, once we get done with this, I'll take a look. I thought we only needed 4 to support it on all sides. Oh, screws, 16 screws. Yeah. I was like, what would we need? I'm like, that's a lot of soup. I'm like, that's a lot of soup, Delmar. I don't think I've got 16 cans of the same, like we like soup in this household, but we're not, you know, I don't know if soupies is a word, but we're not soupies. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Yeah, you got me. I'm like, that's a lot of, pretty sure Aaron picked up some Campbell's. We got some beef and veggie in there. Why doesn't that feel like it's threading in correctly? Oh, interesting. That one doesn't, I guess that one just doesn't go in as far. Are all the, wait, are all the blocks the same? No, the blocks are not all this. Wait. Yeah, the blocks are all the same. All right. These only thread in just a hair. Top one's thread in a lot, bottom one's hardly thread in, it seems like. Okay, I guess we'll just spin it. Hole goes up. Do I need to clean the hole? There could be pushing. Oh. I don't know actually. Let me see. The screw heads look like they're pretty well bottomed out on the plastic. So, oh no, this one. Yeah, this one you might be right. I might be pushing. Well, when I back out and go in, we're fine. So I think we're okay. But yeah, that's a good point. Also, you will want the stoppers up higher if you're going to be using this for the gantry. Need a bit of room to work below it. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. You're saying them they currently are? I think the LDO guide says to put them like midway or something like that. Yeah, we'll take a look. I don't think soup cans would even be tall enough. But I do have, do I even have, most of the Polymaker filament I've got, I take out of the box instantly, so we'll figure out something. Why do you not buy? I have a X1 Carbon and a P1P. I use them a lot. I love my Bambi Lab printers. But I also really like the tinkering aspect and the building aspect and the upgrading and customizing aspect of it, so. I use the bamboo printers a ton, but they just sort of like, the only way I can describe it is they scratch a different itch. They're fast and they work great, and that makes them enjoyable, but they're not like fun. Sort of how I can describe it. I don't know. Like they are fun. So that's not really accurate either, because they are fun. They work great, and the multicolor is great. Just it's different. I don't know. It's different. I like the customizing and building. Hard to self-fix. That is absolutely true. Definitely hard to self-fix. Not great for doing any repairs on. Repairs are the biggest pain in the butt ever. But yeah, the system itself is incredible. I'm a huge fan. The AMS is awesome. It's a really good system. But yeah, is it a perfect system? No, definitely not. There's issues. Whether it's just reliability long term, whether it's, you know, the fact that you can't really repair things. Well, you can, but I made a video talking about my 1 year with the X1 Carbon, and just repairing something like the heated bed cable was such a pain in the butt, because they're not built with repair in mind. They're built for mass production, which is good in a way. I mean, it helps them keep the prices down. Like, the price of an X1 Carbon at like $1,200 is super cheap. Like, I mean, when I was working at Matter Hackers, I was selling printers that were like $6 to 10 grand, that were far inferior to the X1 Carbon. And part of how they're able to make them so low is because they're built for mass production. It's a lot of printer for the money as far as the tech that's inside of it and what they're capable of. 2 years with bamboo one. Like the difference between a car and an ND. Yeah, exactly. And I get it. Like, I think that realistically, I think there are more people that would rather have a bamboo than a DIY or a tinkery printer. Like, I don't think, like, I love Voron and building printers. I don't think it's for the masses the same way. Just like anything, really, though. Like, there's a lot of people want to drive cars. Not a lot of people... Oh, there's a lot of people, but not as many people want to learn how to build cars and do all of the different work on their cars themselves, you know? So it's just... It's not to say one's right or one's wrong. It's just a different customer, different perspective. There's a lot of people that want to use 3D printers to, like, for business or to make money, and they have no desire to do anything with their printers. And that's fine. But I do really enjoy, you know, again, both sides of it. I like just, hey, this is my printer that I use that I just don't do anything custom with. I just sort of set it, send it, go. And this is the printer that it's super fun to upgrade and add new features to and has like the latest wild technology, you know, so. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what a spark plug is? No, equals bamboo, yeah. Although they are expecting some of their users to do repairs, and those repairs are not simple. I mean, again, like that freaking power cable. I mean, swapping the cable itself was a piece of cake. Getting to the point where I'm able to swap the cable was just not fun. It was so rough. So many screws, so many, like, yeah, just not a good time. Okay, so 115 was adding the other 3 joints to repeat the same process. So according to Bamboo, not Bamboo, we're talking Bamboo. Starting to LDO, we recommend completing these steps and use rubber rail stoppers under the Z joint mid rail. So I would say about yay high. And then maybe move the second one as a backup. If we're going to use this method, we should have backups, like a secondary, in case. Wait, nice. Nope, those are not the same height, are they? Okay. What bothers me the most of watching Bamboo stuff is that it seems that they went out of their way to restrict users from tweaking and repairing. Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I've had conversations I've had with the team, which has mostly been a person from their facility in Texas, which also wasn't recent. I mean, we're talking, I don't think I've talked to him in, we're in what, June? So probably 7 to 8 months. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I build a Voron because I'm a sucker for a cool open source project, and I love the fact that there are no special parts in this manual. Yeah, I mean, this, if your Voron fails in, well, I guess can't really fail, but like if something were to fail on it, you know, in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, I just about guaranteed you can find that part still, or at least find something that's good enough, like, or that's, you know, a swappable piece for it. Which with the bamboo, I mean, not that you can, I mean, so my first printer was a DaVinci 1.0 and almost everything in it was proprietary, and I was still able to, oh, we have confetti on still. I was still able to, confetti buttons. Broken apparently, it's a one-way street. There we go. I was still able to get it working, but it required a lot more work. Like I had to completely gut the main board, swap out the tool head. I think those are the primary things, was gut the main board and swap out the tool head and put it like my own firmware on it. So it's not that you can't do that. I must say that I regret my bamboo mostly because of the issues I've had for the past 3 months. Yeah, 3 months is nuts as far as time frame of resolving something. It just doesn't work for somebody, especially like if you are a business and let's say you buy 10 bamboos and you have 3 of them go down, or even 2 of them go down, even 1 of them, and it takes 3 months to get it back up, like that doesn't fly. They can go fast, but they are nowhere near the fastest. Did I say they were the fastest? Or maybe you're as fine as someone else. Oh, bamboo is the fastest FDM printer in the world. Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I know Albert's 24/7 V0 crazy thing is definitely faster, and I would argue that Vez's VZ bots are faster as well, especially fully tuned with all-wheel drive. That's the reason why. Yeah, we sold Mark Forged machines at the beginning of when I was working there, and those had service contracts because you can't repair them. They're not intended to be repaired. They're intended to have a person fly out and fix them. It's just a different, it's not for home use. I mean, people have them in their homes, but like it's for just a completely different thing. Some stop repair shop. Repair, yeah, there's probably a lot of money in that. Okay, so let's get this. Let's get this going. Something tells me that I might not be able to get the gantry in here. Okay, so this is the rear. We want front. I want to be facing like the same perspective as the guide. Something tells me I might not be able to get the gantry in here without lowering these initially. We'll try it. Okay, so gantry's on the ground, and we want it with facing this way with motors in the back, like this. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be. Okay, so we're caught on you. Cool. Yeah, I think I need to drop the blocks down further. I'm scratching them pretty good. Have you considered going tap directly? No, I want to build it. I want to build it. So we're gonna drop all these blocks down to the very bottom. Okay, so I don't even need stoppers right this second. I like building kits stock because it lets me see sort of the quality of parts that it comes with and what you get for the money. The exception to that, like, so I am installing a clicky PCB instead of the clicky that it comes with because I just have it and it's basically the same thing, just a little cleaner. And sorry, I'm trying to think and do, which is not easy for me. And like, for example, with the Cyborg, their hot end that came with the kit crapped out on me. So like I swapped that out. But yeah, generally speaking, I try to use stock parts until I do my video, like overview of the build, and then we can go modding. So yeah, we're probably going to not. I don't actually know what sort of I don't know what sort of long-term leveling we're gonna do on this. There's a good chance it'll be tap. Maybe it'll just be clicky. I really don't know. We are definitely doing CAN bus though. Yes, definitely doing CAN bus. Not during the build, but afterwards we will. I love PCBO. Yeah, Fabrico sent the PCB ones quite a long time ago, and I have no idea why I never installed them. They look way better than going away. Hop that out. Hey, thank you for hanging out, Alan. No worries. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Okay, so we are going to, now that this is in, how are we going to do this actually? It would be nice if Aaron would be willing to come in here, but I also don't want to ask her if she's busy. Okay, I have an idea. If I just hold it like this with my one arm. Da-da-da. Okay, so let's drop you there. And drop you... Wait, I'm being a... The blocks need to be up higher. Okay. I wish I had a third arm. Okay. Cool. Wait, I didn't do that one right, did I? Oh. Thank you, whatever that was. I'll check in 1 second. I just want to get this. Okay. So that's in place, and then I'm also going to put secondary stoppers and everything really quick here. Yeah, so in case we lose one, hopefully the second one will catch it. Everything looks okay. Like I don't see any that look like they're, I think again, because they're all sort of evenly taking the weight of the gantry, there's not one that's looking like it's gonna pop out, but ta-da! Daniel, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome. Ignoring it costs, I'd take Beacon over Reveal Touch any day of the week. Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I saw that you have, the BL Touch doesn't do good. I saw that you had, that's actually something I want to say. Because you got BL Touch inside of the enclosed, Mercury. I thought Bamboo, oh my God. I thought BL Touch didn't do great with heat, like being in an enclosure. You should use a clicky probe. It gives more accurate reading for cheap price. Why CAN bus? Why CAN bus? Mostly cleanliness. I like having, well, so I definitely like having a breakout board over no breakout board for the sake of upgrades, repairs, not having to undo your whole wire harness is really nice. CAN bus more so for me is cleanliness. It's less wires. Also frees up your board for other things like your main board. You don't need to use all of your fan ports or your drivers. So mostly cleanliness and freeing up ports. I do like that it has the ADXL, but I'm not. Oh, is it time? Look how it looks.
It's a big printer, babe.
It's only 300 by 300 by 300. Lyle, you gotta go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you.
Very hot.
Oh, I'm not gonna eat it right this second.
Better not.
I won't.
Okay.
Thank you, I love you. You look nice. You look nice. Yeah. All right, pizza's in the house. My preference for probes: beacon, tap, clicky, inductive, nothing. Oh, that's rough. Frees up ports so you don't have to splice your fans for the controller. Yeah, so like for example, the Voron 0.2 sideboard that I finished building has a mellow. Oh, somebody else knows what's it called. It's it is a mellow board. It doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough fan ports, and so the hot end fan on it right now is always on. But the board does have CAN bus, so it's like perfect to install a CAN bus board. That way, again, I'm freeing up ports on that board, but I also now can have controlled hot end. It also requires, I mean, not requires, it allows you to use a much smaller main board, which is kind of nice footprint wise. Focus my bot, you're only held by stoppers. Yeah. Yeah. I know, Delmar. Okay, insert an angle. Okay. We got this. We got that. We did this. So, okay, now we need M540 socket heads. Are we tightening those in fully or no? Add the other 300 HP to same steps. I don't see anything saying to not do it fully, so let's do that. Yeah. Let me focus before I lean on the gantry and it falls, and I can hear Delmar scolding me from California. I might do tap on Trident. Yeah, I'm definitely doing tap on Trident. Cyborg sent me already their printed tap. And then I'm going to be... We're going to be running some tap comparisons, probably, between 3 different versions of tap. That's all I'll say for right now. But the gantry, I don't want to do anything with the gantry yet, do I? Wait. You're in Florida, Delmar? I thought you were in San Diego. Oh, you know what? I'm mixing it up. Okay, this is not threading in. Why is that not threading in? What is happening? Okay. So I need to loosen everything. Yeah, I need to loosen things. Because I am seeing already, let's see, so listen you. Listen you. Don't want anything tight right this second. CNC tap, Trident, boop, solid fork. language are we even saying? What? Nothing, I'm just laughing at chat. Pee-pee boy. I guess I'm listening all of this. Okay, you can see too many makeup. Why? I'm trying to figure out what I need to loosen still to make this where it's... Okay, so I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up. I'm pretty sure so I think that the blocks are supposed to be flush with the end of the rail. Hi. She's jealous. Hi, Delilah. Hi, I know. You're my first, I know. She says, I've been with you for so long. So I think I screwed up in that. I'll show you guys what I think I screwed up on in a second. Whole effect, repeat. So my blocks that I installed are flush with the rail. They butt up against the rail, they don't butt up against the end of the extrusion, and I think they need to butt up against the end of the extrusion. So I think I need to possibly take out the entire gantry, loosen those blocks, slide them towards the end of the extrusion, then reinstall them. Because that's the only thing I can think of as to why the gantry isn't sitting, like even with all the screws loosened, I'm not able to get it sitting flush on top of the blocks. Have you ever printed with nylon before? ABS isn't cutting it for some of my project. Yeah, I did a video a long time ago on printing nylon on the Ender 3. The main thing with nylon is just making sure it's really dry. And then as far as adhesive goes, glue stick actually works pretty well, but Garolite works awesome. Garolite's probably my recommended one. Yeah, I think that I need to take it out again, but I don't know that I want to take it out right now. I'm thinking about doing that off stream and getting the gantry mounted. So let me see where we're at, like what things are looking like. So blocks, 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 joints, joints. Yeah, I'm thinking what I might do to speed things up a little bit is gantry alignment, squaring the, okay, so that's where we're squaring the gantry. So I think what I might do is off stream, take this out of here, loosen the blocks, get them towards the end of the extrusions. Then I likely will do 3 out of the 4 Z-belts. That way they're done for next week's stream. And do one of the Z-belts on stream next week. That way for anyone that wants to, like for anyone that's following along that wants to see it later on, they can at least see the process for one of the Z-belts. But I don't need to do all 4 of them back to back to back on stream because it's going to be the exact same process. And that should help speed things up. So that way next week on stream, we would be doing the final Z-belt, gantry alignment, and then jumping straight into AB belts. I think that's the play. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That way I can still sort of get up to what I want to do today, which is Z-belts. And again, I'll just leave one for next week's. Make sure to loosen the Z idler to half-ish so you have room to tension. Yeah, sounds great. I think they're all really loose right now. already. I'm pretty sure when we installed them initially. Yeah, I don't think I can actually go much looser on them. So we should be okay. This one, no, yeah, I think we're okay as far as that. Also, I don't know what just happened. It looks, I'm gonna manually do it. Hezliz, thank you for becoming a member. I don't know why it didn't do notification. It's been working fine, and of course it didn't. So let's do, you get confetti and air horn, and because we're having pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. Thank you very much. I don't think I can turn off confetti. No, I have to manually do it. So we'll do that. So next week, game plan is, oh, and then it worked. So yeah, next week, final Z belt, gantry squaring, AB belts we're gonna be running, and then I think it's stealth burner after that, and then stealth burner. I would love to get through stealth burner next week. That would be awesome. How heavy is the hot end? Oh, the hot end or the tool? The hot end's a Revo, so I don't know offhand, but the stealth burner is not a light tool head in comparison to like the Mantis or the Eva tool head, but generally speaking, I'm going for performance to an extent. I like the aesthetic of the stealth burner. I like the LEDs of it as far as status and being able to see your print. And I like the Batmobile type cable management that's super clean behind the tool head on it. So I like it. But if you're going for sheer performance and you just want to push things to the max, there's different, like the Mantis modded tool head, beefier fans, lighter weight. That would be what you'd want to go with if you're just trying to push it to the max, which maybe we'll look at one day. I don't know. Yeah, Dragon Burner looks really cool. The update to the part cooling, I did see that. I'm not reprinting the entire, I upgraded, I swapped out the V0.2 to the X1 Carbon tool hot end, so it's got new fans on hot end, but I didn't print out the entire tool head. I might at some point, but I haven't, like the cooling I think on the mini stealth burner is better than the mini afterburner already, so it's already an upgrade. But yeah, I did see that they changed, I think basically the shroud, like the shroud setup, the way it points. I think the holes are bigger and slightly shaped differently. Yeah, the XL2 I think is what I'm thinking of. Mantis is what comes to mind, but I've seen the XL2. Someone tagged me in it the other day. It looks great. It looks awesome. Steve is streaming with Pooch. Yeah, if you guys are looking to watch another stream, that's right. Steve and Repcord are doing part 3 of their Trident build. And boy, watching their stream and how fast their Tridents come together really makes me wish I could had a magic lamp and I could have Steve pop out and help me with my build, because they are crushing as far as speed goes with the build. But yeah, I think they're continuing with the stealth burner tonight, and I think they're streaming at it's Pacific Standard Time, so that's where Steve's at. And I want to say it's like 5:30 or something like that. I'm gonna try to hop over there, so I might see you guys. At least pop in and say hello or something like that. Pezlas is streaming at 9 p.m. Pacific to midnight on YouTube or on Twitch. I have to reprint the one from my Micron, but it had another issue, so needed it anyway. Gotcha. I just finished remixing the new V0 shroud for an orbiter. Sick. Test print going on after the bed heat inserts. Awesome. More hands on the printer design. Make the work easier. Definitely. So I'm gonna stream it like champion. Everybody's streaming today. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it. I think the pizza's cooled down enough where I can eat it without burning myself. And then I will post a photo of this a little bit later once I've got the 3 belts on and the gantry corrected, those blocks. And then I'll get next week's stream scheduled tonight as well. And we'll kick some butt next week again. AB motors, squaring the gantry, and stealth burner. That's our target for next week. So keep our fingers crossed. Are we just plugging things now? Maple, don't you have something going on? You've got a giveaway stream coming up, don't you? I'm almost positive you got like is it 3,000 giveaway? I think you partnered up with LDO and Fabrico. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out, keeping me company. helping me point out the couple things I did wrong and get those corrected, which was awesome. And I don't stream. Giveaway, but no stream videos up. Okay, sick. Maple Leaf is doing a giveaway on his channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. He makes awesome content on all sorts of Voron mods. If you're into 3D printing, which you clearly are, because nobody hangs out with me that doesn't like 3D printing, definitely check out his stuff. Anyways, have a wonderful night, everyone. I will see you guys maybe in another stream later on, but yeah, next Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, pizza time. I gotta go. Pizza's calling. My caffeine's worn off.